Hello students, hope you all are doing great. I'm Achal Chaudhary working as an assistant professor in management department. Today I'm going to share an online video on principles of management. If you haven't seen my previous videos, then please check them once as this video is linked up with the previous videos and this video will not be helpful if you haven't seen my previous videos. And link of the previous videos has been given in the description below. Please check them once. If you want the PDF notes of any video, then you can mail me regarding the same. My mail ID has been mentioned in the description of this channel. Students, it's your lecture number 18 from Principles of Management. In previous lecture, we have studied about the planning premises, types of planning premises, principles of planning, types of plans, policy, and types of policies. So we have covered all these topics in detail in your previous lecture. And today we are going to start with your meaning of objective, its advantages, and goal setting. And last topic will be your management by objective and its process. So let's start with today's lecture. Meaning of objective. So what do you understand by the term objective? So objectives are the goals, aims or purposes that organization wish to achieve over varying periods of time. Or you can say a managerial objective is the intended goal which prescribes definite scope and suggests direction to effort of a manager. So students, we can consider that objectives are the, you can say, direction on which an organization has to work. If you don't have any certain objective, then how will the organization and its employees will work? In which direction they will work? So for that purpose, objective is very important. So objective constitutes the purpose, the attainment of which is necessary for the business. So आप काम क्यों कर रहे हो? For a specific purpose or for a, you can say, a specific objective. If you are not having a goal, you are not having any objective, then how will you work? How will you achieve your achieve? You can say like आप किस डायरेक्शन में वर्क करोगे? Where what you have will do if you don't have any certain objective. So, an organization can grow in an orderly way if well defined goals have been set. Objectives are a prerequisite for planning. As we all know that we have seen in the process of planning, first thing what we have to do, we have to identify the objective. We have to establish the objective. So it's a base for the planning. No planning is possible without setting up of the objective. So for each and every organization, setting of the objective is very important. It's a mandatory step which we can't escape. Advantages of objectives. First is proper planning. As I said you that objective is the base for planning. If you don't have any objective, if the organization is not having their objective, then for what you will do the planning? For what direction, for which direction you will do the planning? So for that purpose, it is very important to have an objective. And if you have an objective, then you are able to do a certain proper planning so that you can achieve your objective. So it encouraged the proper planning, the basic idea and fundamental theories of planning to achieve the basic thing in the organization. So main thing is that whatever you are going to plan. So for that purpose, before planning, what we have to do is we have to find out the objective. We have to ensure on which objective, what will be the objective of the organization so that we will work accordingly. So it ensures the successful of the planning, it ensures the success of the planning, and also it helps in doing the proper planning. If we have a definite you can say objective, We know that in which direction we have to do, what will be our work exactly. Then in that will also help you in doing the planning, controlling, staffing, each and every process of the management. We are able to do all the things accordingly. Next is motivation. Motivation means like if we are having a definite objective, we have a clear certain you can say hierarchy, we have a proper work what we have to do, and for what we are going to work in the organization, what will be the purpose, what will be the objective, we have all the things with ourselves. So what will happen now, employees know what they have to do, and also if they achieve their organizational objective, if they are able to work accordingly, and so that will also ensure their success, as well as they will also rewarded with some you can say monetary or non-monetary terms. So that will increase the morale. If you don't have any objective, like you are not having certain objective in the organization, so how will you evaluate the performance of the employees, right? So for that purpose, for the evaluation also, you should have some objective कि ये काम करोगे तो आपको reward मिलेगा, तो आपको motivation factor मिलेगा. If you are not you are not having some certain you can say goal, you are not having certain objective, then how can you assume that a person is working accordingly or not, whether their performance is up to the mark or not? So for that purpose, motivation, it also helps in the motivation. Next is direct coordination. We have a proper certain detailed plan with us after you can say ensuring the objective of the organization. Now what we have to do, we have to just place the workers, place the employees according to their capabilities, according to their you can say whatever the requirement or job of you can say job is having. So accordingly, we have to post them, we have to replace those employees, we have to assign them the duties, then that will bring the coordination among the organization, among the workers. Now each and every person have their prior responsibilities, each and everyone having their separate work to do. So that will create the coordination, that will reduce the conflict in the organization. Next is control processes standard. See, if you are having some certain objective, now you know that what you have to achieve. If you are going to achieve this thing, then it will be said that you have worked accordingly. But if you don't have certain thing, you don't have a standard according to which you will measure the actual performance, then that doesn't work, right? So for controlling also, what will you control? How will you measure the performance of the employees? That will be based on the objectives only. So if you have a clear objective with you, every organization have their clear objective, then in that case they will also ensure the controlling process. And last is your integration. Integration like we are having different departments in the organization, like production, marketing, finance, every you can say departments. So it helps in bringing them all the together in the organization. Now we know that this is the ultimate objective of the overall organization. So it is not like that objective will be different for finance department, it will be different for marketing department. Things are not like that. Responsibilities can be different, but the ultimate objective will remain same, right? So for that it also ensures the integration. इससे क्या होगा, all of the departments will work accordingly. Finance department आपकी marketing department की भी help ले सकता है for the particular data कि मुझे ये help चाहिए, मुझे ये data चाहिए. So that will integrate the all over the organizational activity. Next is goal setting. What is goal setting? Firstly, what you have to do is you have to consider what you want to achieve and then commit to it. Then you have to set a smart goals that motivate you and write them down to achieve them. So SMART here stands for the specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So your goal should be SMART. So what is the goal setting basically? Goal setting involves the development of a action plan designed to motivate and guide a person or group towards a goal. So what you have to do is you have to write down an action plan on which you are going to work in future, and that will be helpful in the achievement of your objective. So your goal setting can be guided as by you can say goal setting criteria, or you can say rules, or you can say like SMART. We have, so SMART is a kind of a rule, or you can say action plan on which you have to work for the attainment of your objective. So here what you have to do is you have to select a target or objective you want to achieve. Then you have to work on the achievement of that. So this is your goal setting. First of all, you have to write down your goal. You have to write down the you can say objective. You have to write down your target on which you will want to work. You want to achieve it, so that you will achieve it in your future. Importance of goal setting. What are the advantages? What is the importance of goal setting? First is it provides direction. Setting goals in a small business provides direction for everyone who is a part of the business. When employees and managers are aware of the goals, it puts everyone on the same page and working towards the same outcome. When you have a proper defined goals with you, you know in which direction you have to work and how much work you have to do. So that will provide you the ensuring, you can say, proper direction. So then how will you achieve your goals? How is you are going to achieve your objective? So it provides the direction कि आपको इस plan के according work करना है. This is the baseline of the plan, and you have to work accordingly so that you will achieve your goal. So first is it provides your direction. Okay, next is meet deadlines. So whenever you are having a course of action ready with you, when you are having a plan with you, so what will happen now? You know what exactly you have to do, right? So you also know about the you can say time period which is available to you, which is available by you, so that you will work accordingly and you can meet all your deadlines. So all the goals that are set should be timely, meaning that there is a set deadline attached to the goals, because every work has their timeline. They have a deadline to achievement, for their achievement, right? So this gives employee motivation to meet the goal within a certain time period. Or you can say many time it has been seen that कि कुछ organization क्या करती हैं, कुछ business क्या करते हैं, that they set a deadline कि you have to work in between these time period only, then only you will receive a reward. So that will also ensure to meet the deadlines. So because यहाँ पे क्या है, here we know that what all work we have to do and how much time we are having, so that ensures to meet that, to complete that work within the specified time frame. Next is avoid wasted time. So now we know that suppose we are having a you can say deadline of 1 month. We know that we have to complete this work within 1 month only. However we are going to do it, that is our you can say our responsibility, that is our call. So how we are going to perform it, but we have a certain time period. So now what we will do, we will not waste our time, we will not waste the resources of the organization, we will not waste our time, because now we know that if we are not going to complete this task within 1 month, then what will happen? The that particular task target will not be completed, and also we will not receive any kind of reward, or maybe we will receive, or maybe we will be punished by the organizational manager. So it also avoid the wasted time. with a, you can say with a, we are having a set number of specific goals. Employees will always have a task that can be done to work towards accomplishing the goals. So this will avoid the times that when employees are left wondering like what we have to do next, what should be done next. So this is how the wasted, you can say, time will not be wasted, it can be avoided. Next is manage distractions. Distractions means, see, let's take the example. When you are having a specific goal set, you are aware that this is how you have to work in this time period. You have to work to achieve this goal, right? So, taking the example of your sessional exams, you are having your sessional exams, right? So what you know that after doing the sessional exam, after giving the sessional exam, you get a report, right? Like how much you have gained till now, how much you have learned till now in your semester exams, in your semester. So that gives the complete, you can say, report of your learning. So what will happen now? You know that you are having your, you can say, university exams within 1 month. So you know that you have only learned 50% or 60% till now. So now you have a proper specified time कि अगर मेरे को मेरा target था, if my target was to achieve 80%, then I have to work 30% more to achieve that target, to achieve that goal within 1 month. So now you have a target, you know कि आपकी actual performance क्या है right now, right? So now you will work accordingly. अगर कोई distractions आता भी है in between your studying, so what you will do, you will try to avoid those distractions, because now you have a certain goal, you know like where you are exactly standing right now. So what you will do, you will avoid those distractions and you will work and you will more concentrate on your study right now. Next is improve overall business. When you know that you are having a proper direction, you are having a specified deadlines, and you know in how much time you have to complete the task, so that will improve the overall business. If you know that these actions are not required to complete a certain task, so what you will do, you will try to avoid those tasks, you will more focus on the important one. You will now mainly you will focus on the important targets, important goals, important steps only, that will ensure the, you can say, improvement of your overall actions. Last topic of the day is management by objectives, which is also known as MBO or MBR. It's a strategic management model that aims to improve the performance of an organization by clearly defining objectives that are agreed to both management and employees. So basically, it's a kind of a process of setting objectives in the organization to give a sense of direction to the employees, where you are defining the roles and responsibilities of each and every employees. So management by objective defines roles and responsibilities for the employees and help them to know their future course of actions in the organization. And it also guides the employees to deliver their level based and achieve the targets within the you can say stipulated time frame. So here management by objective, how does it work? It clearly defines the roles and object responsibilities of each and every employees of the organization, and that will also help them to analyze their performance, to evaluate their performance, and to know whether they are going to achieve their targets within the specified time period or not, right? So MBO is a kind of process which helps the employee to understand their duties at the workplace. They are now aware about their working of the, you can say, working of each employee. It is understood by them themselves only, and they are aware about their KRAs, which are designed by the organization for each employees. So they have a like particular, you can say, time frame also. They know about their individual you can say attainment of goals, how they are working, how well they are working in the organization or not. And now they are having a proper KRA that is based on their you can say interest, specialization or educational qualification, so that there will be no disparities between the any employees. So employees are now clear what is expected out of them, and also they will also feel somehow satisfied because there is no you can say conflict in the organization, as or each and every person is having their definite roles and responsibility. There is no partiality, so that will also improve the motivation of the each and every employees. So this is the working of the MBO. So this is the you can say process of the MBO. First you have to do is you have to define the organizational goals, then define employees' objectives. After that, continuous monitoring performance and progress, then performance evaluation, providing feedback, and last is performance appraisal. So this is your process of the MBO. So first is you're determining the organizational goal. First and very important function, or you can say important part of every process of the management is you have to define the organizational goal, so that you are going to achieve by your steps, or you can say by the course of actions which a manager and other employees are going to take. So first you have to define your organizational goal according to your requirement, according to the demand, according to each internal and external factor. So first you have to do is you have to determine your organizational goal with the aim to create a potential management that must be capable of handling different kinds of goals easily. Then after determining the organizational goal, you have to determine the employee's objective also, like what each and every employee is going to work. So their goal, their you can say individual goal should be defined clearly, so that they will work accordingly. So it is the responsibility of the manager to ask employees about what goals they can accomplish within a specific time period, and what resources they will use to achieve that goal. So that will help to it will help the employees as well as the management, because now employees are themselves are giving their specified time period in which they can complete that work, in which they can achieve their goals. And that is good for the management also, because now each and every employee will work in a motivating factor, so that will also motivate them, and they will also you can say that will also ensure the achievement of the organizational goals, because each and every person is happy with the terms and conditions of the organization. So what will happen now, they are having their defined individual goals also, on which they will work according to their specified you can say knowledge, according to their specialty. Next is constant monitoring progress and performance. So next what you have to do is manager's task is here to ensure that they are continuously monitoring the progress and performance of each and every employee, so that if there is any kind of defect in the process, there is any kind of a lacking in the organizational process, in the employees process, so what they will do, they will evaluate and they will correct them you can say instantly. So you can check you can say what is the less effective and ineffective programs by performing a comparison of the performance which has been already prepared. So now you have a proper list, like which is beneficial for the organization, which step is inadequate, and which step is educate. Next is performance evaluation. Then you have to evaluate the performance of the each and every, or you can say employee. So the performance evaluation comes under the responsibility of concerned manager and is made by their participation. So what they have to do, they have to keep in the mind the performance evaluation is one of the most important factor of the organization that can help operating certain objective smoothly. So now they have to evaluate the performance of the employees, performance of the overall organization, that will be evaluated by each and every manager who is responsible for the particular department. But here managers should not be biased, their evaluation should not be biased, otherwise it will create a conflict among the employees. Next is providing feedback. Next, what we have to do, managers after evaluating the performance, they have to provide the feedback to each and every employees, so that they have a proper knowledge, like if they are making some certain mistakes in the process, in the working, so that can be eliminated by them if they have a proper knowledge, like what is their lacking point in the organization. So feedback is very important for each and every employee, for each and every manager, so that all the you can say defects, all the mistakes can be removed. And last is performance appraisal. So this is the final step of the process of MBO. So by definition, a day-by-day review of the employee's performance across the organization can be called as performance appraisal. So it is associated with the team performance evaluation, but in some case it can be differ. So what you have to do is you have to analyze after evaluating the performance of each and every employee. What you have to do is you have to appraise their working also. You have to tell them where they are good enough to handle the situation, where they are, you can say, good enough, efficient enough to achieve those particular targets, those particular, you can say, goals. So this is your last step. So students, that's it for today's lecture. In next video and next lecture, we will cover your decision making. So here are the questions based on today's lecture. What is MBO? Second question, define goal setting in detail. So you have to solve both of these questions. Thank you so much for your time. Stay tuned for more videos.